why are you entering this business? It's meant for men.
First female pianist to perform live at the Taj Mahal.
They made me wait for 2 hours or 3 hours and never let me see the keyboard.
Oh God.
And they would say, oh, can you afford it? Late nights, and it's going to be a tough. My father passed away early, and at 14, I just wanted to earn money and see myself through college, not burden my mother.
My grouse with AI and people who keep talking about AI is that people do things for the fun of it also. It's not about, just taking a shortcut and just knocking it off. We are handing over the so-called interesting stuff over to AI.
I remember once I was playing this, suddenly one mango came hurling at me. Raw mangoes, because all the trees were very low lying. What are you all playing? And they so I was ducking.
And continuing to play.
And I was playing that way. If I have a mantra for myself, it's learn the rules like a pro. So you can break it like an artist. The scene was Shah Rukh is romancing Kajol as a flashback in the pyramids. And so I came up with this tune and Sandesh was very cool. He says, Merlin, aap hi galo. I said, but I'm not Alka Yagnik. I can't sing. And I ran out of breath. But they used it. Then it goes to.
In fact, people call you the female Rahman. So do you take that kindly or do you feel?
I think my best competition is myself. There's this scene where Hrithik is wooing Kareena, right? And it's shot in a London pub. And Sandesh said, Merlin, ye to dhun hai, But he said, aur kuch chahiye.
You've done the Mastercard tune?
Yes.
You've done the HDFC tune?
Yes.
So what's the commonality between a long format Hindi song and a 30-second or a 60-second? And what's the larger challenge? So ladies and gentlemen, माइक के लाल पे आज Merlin D'Souza है मेरे साथ on air with Ravi Ayar. She started her music journey with the piano at the age of 6, became an All India radio artist at the age of 9, scored her first theatre production at the age of 18. She's a trained Western classical musician and is the first female pianist to perform live at the Taj Mahal. Her music landscape covers music to Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham, Mumbai Meri Jaan, Romeo and Juliet, Sound of Music. She's done jingles for brands like HDFC, Balkrishna Tires, Mastercard. She has collaborated with musicians like Shubha Mudgal, Trilok Gurtu, Tawfiq Qureshi, Rakesh Chaurasia, Yoyoma, and has performed globally as Hennessy XO Asian Jazz Ambassador. She's directed Ranbir Kapoor for the Indian Super League, singing the national anthem. She's won an international winner of World Leadership Congress Award for Music Director. She's won the International World Women Inspirational Leadership Award in Music in 2017, Rhoda's International Award for Best Music, Cine Los Angeles. She's won the Dada Saheb Phalke Award and so many more. And you would think her musical journey has just begun because, ladies and gentlemen, Merlin D'Souza flies all over the world doing all kinds of things all the time. She's the queen of sonic branding and the fastest fingers on the piano on this side of the planet. Welcome, Merlin.
Welcome. That's the fastest.
Yes. So, Merlin, you're constantly flying around, zipping around here, there, everywhere. How do you find the time to relax at all? Do you relax at all? Do you sleep?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
I do sleep. I do relax.
Behind those goggles occasionally?
Behind the glasses, yes. And I think swimming keeps me kind of floating on my back, of reminiscing, taking the day's events in, but actually relaxing, you're right. I wish there were 32 hours in a day. So I could relax for just 7 hours and the rest go to.
Merlin, on the streets of Bandra, I'm sure you've had a whole lot of fun as a kid. You started at age 6 on the piano?
6, yes.
Yeah? Yes. And how did you start off? How was your childhood? Was it traumatic, fun, crazy? What was it like?
Actually, it was happy, dark, bright, confusing, all of it, because my dad was in the railways and we lived by the railway tracks. So it was a railway quarters, right? So from the age of 2, 3 or something, I could hear the call of the azan across, you know. Then the church bells from St. Teresa's. And in the middle of all of that, da-duck, 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 the train going by. So it was melody, harmony, rhythm, all in one go.
And I think in those days, the traffic was less as well.
Was less,
so you could hear ambient sounds. You grew up listening to all those Bandra sounds? Hawkers walking
yes,
by.
Yes, you know, the Budi ka baal wala coming and pok pok and, you know, all of that. So I think all of these sounds added to my, you know, my
Rhythm
experience
of
of
life,
rhythm of life growing up. And that was a musician. So we had an old piano. So I would pick out tunes, apparently, at the age of 5 itself.
Do you know, can you remember something that you played right?
When I was about 6, I think it says, okay, let's choke the rice key. Lightly roll. So that was the first tune, you know.
Very good.
Playing with my and I used to play a lot of Konkani songs because Dad was a gone folk musician. Yeah.
And the birdie song and everything.
Yes, and then singing on All India
Radio. What was
Radio.
your favorite Konkani song?
Konkani song. It had to be my dad's song. You know, it was like a fado. Have you heard of the fado? So fado is a plaintive romantic song of Portuguese. Because I had Portuguese descent roots. Yes. And it's a song on love. Okay. Right? Which incidentally I think was used in I'll tell you about that later. So then it goes into a major, but this was, so it's lament, longing for your loved ones. So I grew up with Dad playing the violin, listening to this. So dynamics and passion was very part of it. Yeah.
But do you remember your first keyboard? How did you get it? How did you achieve it?
My first keyboard? That's a good question. The first keyboard was hired, Farfisa organ, when I was about 14. But the one which I bought was the M1.
Okay.
It's a cog, I think it's a cog company. And so I had to take a loan to buy it, but I was determined to buy it. So that was the tough part of my journey, where I wanted to buy this really expensive keyboard, and I won't mention names, but some of the greatest pianists in our Mumbai city and music directors all had it. So I went across to their homes, they gave me an appointment. But guess what? They made me wait for 2 hours or 3 hours and never let me see the keyboard.
Oh God.
And they would say, oh, can you afford it? Why are you entering this business? It's meant for men, late nights, you know, and it's going to be a tough thing. I don't think you should take this up. You just give tuitions or play in the church, you know. And I'm so glad they said that, because the very next day I took a loan and I bought the keyboard. Yes.
You are a tough one.
Yeah.
Merlin, in fact, going by that logic, see, there are a lot of singers in India. There, of course, Asha ji just passed away, Lata Mangeshkar, there's Shreya Ghoshal.
Correct.
Good female singers, vocalists. But there aren't too many female musicians. So, do you think there is a bias, and then there are people who don't help you much? It's so male dominated, no?
Yeah, it is a bias, because people would meet me and say, so what do you do? So I said, I play piano, I'm a musician. They said, yes. And what do you do? Again, what do you do? So they're discrediting my musical, career and passion. And I think it's possible, because it's it's a niche thing that the male counterpart has more energy to keep on slaving, changing
late nights,
client briefs keep changing. Correct. So how do you handle that pressure?
Right.
So fortunately for me, I think though I did study, I did tourism, I did public relations, I did copywriting and all of that. But music was so beautiful to me because I knew I could arrange again, compose again, change, brief beat change, doesn't matter, you know. And I started earning at a young age. So I started earning at 14.
Wonderful.
So that kind of triggered.
What was your first paycheck like?
Okay, many years ago.
Huh?
I think 75 rupees.
That's a princely sum for that time.
Yeah, so it was tough because I had to travel all the way to Malad, go for rehearsals, get out of my school uniform, get into regular clothes, go there, come back, get into a gown, and do the gig. You know, so earning from the age of 14, I tell people it's possible. If you're passionate about it, your passion can become your career.
And you did a lot of theatre too.
Lots of theatre.
So there's not much money in theatre.
No.
But there's a lot of passion, you get to learn a lot. How was that like?
Oh, theatre was, I think, it's my most favorite go-to till today. I would do it in a heartbeat. And so I think the first musical was all thanks to, I think community plays a big part in everybody's growing up. And so I used to play in church, at St. Peter's Church, and they had this Hammond, this huge Hammond organ. And there was a priest who would come and say, come on now, Merlin, compose with me. So he would pick verses from the Bible and tell me, let's put chords to it. And these are some of the biggest one till today played all around the world. And I was happy I could be part of the process.
At some point of time, you played music along with a painter or something as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was Subodh. Yeah, Subodh
So something like a Jugalbandi.
Jugalbandi, yeah. Whilst he painted, I would see the fluidity of his lines.
Subodh Podar is an advertising guy.
Advertising, yeah.
A very good illustrator. I've
worked with him
in the past. So in fact, you have such a wide gamut of work. So on the one hand, you've done advertising jingles.
Yes.
On the other hand, you've done theatre. And then you've done film music as well.
Correct.
Something like You Are My Soniya.
Yes.
So how do you tackle these people, the different kind of people who come? Because they're a completely different kind of animal, each one of these.
Yeah. So, well, different strokes for different folks, right? So I use that concept whilst working with people. And I think for me, I've never been till date intimidated by anyone. I think because deep down within me, I had the confidence of being a musician who also had a bit of skill and technique to the content I was going to speak with the client. So with films, of course, it was cool and easy because we also had a brief of a film. You know, for example, like in visual, like K3G, working with Sandesh Chandelier was the music director.
How was that?
Oh, that was amazing because we did lots of films, you know, Sochana Tha, Ganga Jal, Road, worked with Ustad Sultan Khan, also on Piya Basantri too.
Man, yes.
Yeah, brilliant. And Karan Johar was absolutely cool to work with because there was this scene and I think also because he was super creative in his head, you know, and he said there's this scene where Hrithik is wooing Kareena. Right? And it's shot in a London pub. And Sandesh said, Merlin, ye to dhun hai, you know. You know this one,
yes.
Right? Kya dhunna, right? Yeah. But he said, aur kuch chahiye. We need something more. So I said, okay, it's in a pub, it's in a club. We need an intro to it. And there are girls coming down and Hrithik is coming down there. So it's like, you are my Soniya. I said, you are my Soniya. Dekha tum. And then the whole thing goes off. And there's a scene where Hrithik comes in. So he says, so I remember my dear friend Asif added his magic to it and says, she's a girl I want. She's a girl I need. She's sent to me from heaven above. She's so cool. She's so fine. Out of 10, I'll give her 9. Right?
Wow. So many people add layers to something like this. No? It's so amazing.
And then adding the jazz bit to You Are My, to
the whole thing.
Entire film was my contribution.
Do you know this song is still relevant for everybody? I have a 4-year-old niece and one fine day she said, so she said something like bacteria. And I caught hold of it and I sang the song as bacteria, bacteria, you are my bacteria. So, bacteria, bacteria.
That was a good tune for COVID times.
In COVID times. So, children can connect to a good tune come what may.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
So,
keep it simple.
I guess that is some kind of a basic baseline that we used in life, because good jingles also last the same way.
Always.
You've done the Mastercard tune.
Yes.
You've done the HDFC tune.
Yes.
And what else?
Quite a few, I think. Vistara Airlines.
So what's the commonality between a long format Hindi song and a 30-second or a 60-second? And what's the larger challenge for you?
That's a very good question, because you have to give all of this. You have to tell an entire story in 4 seconds.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In a film, you have 4 minutes of a song.
Yeah.
Correct?
In
a jingle, you have
maximum.
30 seconds. So all of these formats.
And sometimes you have only 5 seconds for the end
ting,
to happen.
Yeah. So it's possible. So I would say repetition, keeping the tune simple, and sometimes being unique in the kind of sounds that you use.
Right.
In the sounds that you use also. And I think it's not a tough job. So like I said, working with film music people like Karan Johar was fun. Working with people in advertising also is really cool. And in advertising, the only issue would be changing the briefs constantly, because you have to please the agency, you got to please the client, you got to please the director, the production house.
And then if there's a hero out there, then you have to please him as well.
Yeah, so you got to come back and change the brief. So that's been cool. I can take it all on my shoulders.
Can you give me an idea of how you work on it, the process? Let's suppose the Mastercard song.
The Mastercard.
Or the HDFC song, whichever.
Okay. So Mastercard, for example, their brief branding, I think, comes with the stuff that they give it to us is avatar and rasa, which is personality and emotions, right? So Ravi, you have a personality, and I'm sure there's something we can compose for you too, right?
Talkaholics is the name of my company, and if I were to say talk is all I do, and then I teach people how to walk the talk.
Okay.
So
you have something?
Let me check if I can write out something. So if we were to go on the lines of talk and walk, and we teach you to walk the talk.
Okay.
Something like that.
So walk.
Talk, walk. We teach you to walk the talk.
So, okay. Yeah. Okay. Walk. So say.
Talk, walk.
Then we help you?
We help you walk the talk.
We help you walk the talk.
Talkaholics.
Okay, we help you walk the talk. 6 notes, right? We help you walk the talk. So this is an easy, right?
Yes.
So we help you walk the talk. Talkaholics.
Nice.
Right?
Very
we can do that.
beautiful.
Something like that. So walk. Talk. We help you walk the talk. Talkaholics.
We got a jingle.
And Mastercard.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lovely.
And so Mastercard was also, their brief was it's priceless moments, right? And it's all around the world. So we want to have it universal.
It's an international.
Yeah. So how we have a tune which can be international.
Right.
So as good luck would have it, from the 14 tunes that we had done, 2 were shortlisted. And both were mine.
Wow.
And and then they said, let's do it in 5 continents. How would it sound in South Africa?
Oh, wow.
How would it sound in the Gulf? Okay, in China, in
Europe.
Latin America, okay, or in India. And both the tunes were chosen, and then they did
And even music differs, no?
Differs.
Your instruments differ, everything differs.
Everything differs. So finally they said, this is the tune. And they went through a musicologist to see it was not copied.
Oh.
Because you can't get into a copyright issue, right? So the tune was like this. Okay. Now imagine me, I'm repeating it again for memorability. Right? Nice. But I'm changing the chord. Okay. Okay. Repeating. Same tune, chord, right? Completion. Okay, so that's it. And they said, but it has to have a buzz. So on another track with some electronic stuff and technique stuff. That's so it's priceless. Imagine this dong 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 with a sitar,
with a different
or the rabab, or
yeah.
with a saxophone, right?
Yeah.
And one of my other favorite
and it's
ones.
still basic.
Yes,
it's
still
not
basic,
overwhelming you in any
yeah.
way.
Pum 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 pum. Right? You can remember it, right? So chords and harmonies. I think my classical training added worked in helping me create the soundscape.
So how much of time did you spend in your childhood learning music? Did you do anything?
14 years.
14 years.
14 to 15 years.
And a hard
classical
continuous
music exams, initial grade 1, grade 2, grade 3,
You've done
grade
the
4.
Trinity
Diploma
as well.
Also, yeah.
So in your learning years,
Yeah.
what did you find was a large challenge? Did you come across any work that was challenging? Did you come across something that threw you a challenge and that made a difference in your life? Apart from the time when you said, getting the keyboard itself was a challenge.
Was a challenge, yeah. Of course, learning classical itself is tough. It's not easy.
Very true.
6 to 8 hours of practice, and I didn't have that time because my father passed away early, and at 14 I just wanted to earn money and see myself through college, not burden my mother.
Yeah.
So that was a tough thing, practicing and rehearsing for my music exams. But I think finally I did achieve that goal thanks to my music teacher, Mrs. Blanche Vegas, who was excellent, who said, your father would be proud if you completed this, And then I think 30 years later, after his death, I did manage to do something for a movie, which you mentioned.
Yes.
Meri, Jaan. Yeah, so I took those tough times and made it my power song,
What's the song?
I sing a different tune every day.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
In fact, there's another musician who mentioned this, that he doesn't remember the last tune he composed beyond a point because it helps him. I think Vanraj Bhatiya at one point in time said this,
I was about to say
that every time I compose something new, I approach it as a completely different thought.
Yeah.
So do you have a kind of a mantra for the work you do? How do you go about it?
I think I loved Vanraj Bhatiya, and I almost did a musical of his that he had written, and I was very inspired by him. To pick up on that, yes, I think I have to, push my own boundaries. I think my best competition is myself and no other musician. And there are millions of melodies buzzing in my head, and it's unfair that we have such a short lifetime on earth, but we can make
I'll get you an extension, don't worry.
You'll get me?
Yes.
Okay.
No way that you're going to leave very early.
How many hours?
36 a day is what you're looking for, no?
32 hours a day.
32 hours a day. Let's extend it by 4 more hours at least.
Or I'll scare you from my grave. I'm composing now. I'll be decomposing then.
Yes. But there's so much that's happening, and there's so much of fun, and live music is back again in a big way. And you've seen multiple genres. You've been in the analog era.
Correct.
Somebody walks in with a tabla, only analog instruments. And then the keyboard happened. And then the sampler happened. At one point of time, people used to be so kicked about, I can sample any music, add it in and do some things. Then there used to be that car that would go into one of the
the drive.
The drive, and then the floppy drives used to go into it.
Yeah.
So from that era to now, and now there's AI happening in a big way. How do you adapt yourself? What do you do?
Talking about floppy drive, MC50, that was my first little hardware, and you won't believe the screen was exactly this size.
This small, yes.
And I had to do 32 tracks with this bounce and channels, and I really loved it.
Yeah.
But that never stopped me from doing musicals, theatre, Bombay Jazz.
Live.
Yeah, Bombay Jazz is another musical that I've done, and it was all done on the MC50. I think we used our musical skills even more then. Right now it's easier. The journey has been great, but coming down to AI, it's so much easier for musicians out there. So much. And
but does it also take away something from you? Because see, I wanted to ask you this, that do you think having a tough life teaches you more versus getting it easy?
Definitely, I think, and I think my mantra if I have a mantra for myself, it's learn the rules like a pro, so you can break it like an artist, right? So I think that's important. So I keep teaching myself to be a pro constantly, so I can abandon and do away with the rules and come up with something unique constantly. And with AI, I'm not averse to it. In fact, I support it to a certain limit for speed.
Right.
Just for speed.
As a tool.
As a tool for using the right prompts when I don't have time. But yes, coming back to what you said, initially, in those times when we had the hardwares,
right.
Synthesizers, it was unique to write songs. It was
and everything
beautiful.
was linear as well.
Yes, it was.
So the non-linear era came in much later. Digital came in much later. So even if you've been, because even I used to write linear, if I would write a jingle, for example, and then if we edited, unless you placed the first shot in there, you couldn't go on to the next shot. So even audio, I remember I did a song for Dhara once with Ashok Patki.
Yeah.
And it was a 60-seconder that I wrote, and somebody came and said, no, this has to be chopped to 40. So I had to chop off a whole stanza. And it was tough, but by then just that digital change that came in became easier.
Yeah.
Because otherwise people used to even physically chop tapes and stick them together.
Yeah.
So from at that point of time, I'm sure you worked with a lot of singers as well.
True.
Who were the fun singers who would come and walk in and do something completely different, whether it was a jingle or a movie? What was it like at that time?
I think we had exciting singers. There was this young singer called Mehnaz Hussain who did Banungi Main Miss India.
Miss India.
Yeah, so Asif and I wrote that song too.
That's a classic.
Classic song, right? And she was great behind the mic doing lots of jingles. And then Shan used to sing quite a few. He did the Amul ad with me.
Yes.
Amul, the taste of India.
Yeah, the taste of
India. Yeah. Zara si
that still plays often.
Still plays. Yeah. And so the singers were also adaptable.
In fact, I think that jingle had several singers, including Ravi Khote, Rags was
they did it so many times.
So many times,
many times. So, the singers I think were very cool about adapting and changing. And I think every era has its great discoveries, I'm not averse to being in today's era also, because I can show the young ones, well, this is what we did then and we're still doing it the right way.
In fact, people call you the female Rahman. So do you take that kindly, or do you feel why should
people should also have the male Merlin?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Issue.
Yeah, I guess because we started our careers almost
around
at the same time.
Yeah.
Where at the floppy drive time, Rahman was doing popular Western songs, instrumental, and I was given half the budget and he was good. And I met him once and he said, we are so lucky we did that, because that was our school of imitating, duplicating songs to know where the strings, like for me, the moment of epiphany for me was when someone gifted me at the age of 16 a pair of old earphones. And then I put it in my ears and I was listening to Barbra Streisand or something like that. I said, wow, there are strings here. There is a cello coming here. There are two guitars. There's rhythm here. There's lead guitar here, and there are horn sections. There's French horns. And that's when I said, I want to be a producer. When I heard that was defining moment. Yeah.
And in fact, even the way music is laid out, and then it's not just composed. When the track is well designed,
Correct.
When you get a good sound engineer, things happen differently.
Yeah.
So do you prefer to work with certain kind of technicians? What is it like? How do you work on the post of it? Because you do a lot of production as well.
I think through the last decade or so, I've taken it a little easy and not being so hard on myself. So I have producers and co-producers. So they can give their input and they come with their own training. Right. Sound engineers come with their own training. So sometimes it's important to also let go a bit and not be a control freak and let the authorities and the people do their bit.
So which collaboration turned you on the most? You worked with Yoyoma. And so many more.
Yeah,
So,
Yoyoma was more the alive. So we were
and
mentoring.
live would have been amazing.
Amazing. And he was really cool. And he did a 32 country tour because of 32 movements of the musician Bach, J.S. Bach.
Oh.
And he chose the ninth city tour in India. Mumbai. So they gave me his piece, and then we did it in Carnatic style. We did it in Sufi. We did it in Mumbai style, in pop style. But it was. I'll show you a little snippet. Okay, of that. And then we trained them for 3 days. My son and I, Reese and I, and Yoyoma came the final day. I said, Yoyoma, would you like to jam? He says, no, I can't jam because I am a studied musician. I read. So I said, come on, let's throw caution to the winds. And he actually came up and he jammed.
Super.
So I played the axe and he played the, and the young people we were mentoring, we all jammed together. So that was really, really fun, and a lot of humility and grace with Yoyoma. Then also playing with Tawfiq a lot. We did a musical together.
Tawfiq is a wonderful.
Wonderful. So we did with Nasiruddin Shah and Ayush Khurrana. Khurrana? What's the first name? Ayushman
Khurrana.
No, not Ayushman Khurrana.
His brother?
No, I think it was, it was Nasiruddin and Vikram Kapadia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we did Julius Caesar.
Oh.
Yeah.
The theatre.
The play. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Nasir is a very intense person.
Very intense person. So it was almost like a Peter Gabriel kind of feel using Chopin. So I use Chopin, dark movements. And Tawfiq, I said for Mark Antony in Brutus, Tawfiq played all the tablas and duffs. So tablas from the side for one army, duffs from the left, right. So imagine crisscrossing. So it was fun working with him. And also with Shubhaji, amazing.
Shubha Mudgal again is a
Absolutely.
What vocals, though, what power.
Absolutely. And it was also a sweating ground for me to handle fusion, because she would say we would do Sufi, but Pakistani poet. And chalo Merlin, what do you want to do? Let's do St. Louis blues with it. So she would sing a thumri or a bandish, and
then this.
And I would play grand piano jazz. And I think Rakesh also, Chaurasiya. Working with him was very, very cool.
Yeah. These are all amazing musicians.
Absolutely amazing.
In fact, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking of it. If I were just
and I'll give you snippets of all of these.
God. Yeah. Amazing. Merlin, do you also train youngsters? Do you also mentor them?
Mentoring, yes. Not teaching.
Not teaching.
Not teaching so much, because I think I have very little patience if it's not done the right way. But I have the patience for mentoring people.
So if somebody wants to begin their career in music, to do something different, because see, singers there are a lot, like I said, who are always, you can follow a singer and do something. If somebody wants to get into the path of music, a girl especially, one.
So strange that you asked me. There's another young girl, Rainan Radhi, daughter of a very dear art filmmaker Blasco, who passed away. And she just called me up yesterday and says, will you help me on this path? You think there is a career for programming and this? So I said, I'll get you the soft synths, I'll get you the software, the plugins.
Brilliant.
And you never know, right?
Yeah.
Why not help someone?
And in fact, some of the younger ones are capable of jumping to the next level faster. You know?
Yes.
So what does the future look like for you?
I wake up every day, I look in the mirror and I say, what will I be when I grow up? So I hope that answers your question.
That is true.
Because it's so much to learn, Ravi. It's, and the first time I met you, I just realized, wow, I thought I had energy, but you've beaten me to it.
No, but it's whenever I see someone like you and I see the energies in you, that I can bounce off, I can do certain things. In fact, I miss the days when we would walk into a studio, write a jingle. There's very little work with music happening in the advertising industry, for one. The corporate work has gone down even lesser. And then AI is sort of eating into, so that pure fun of doing. So my grouse with AI and people who keep talking about AI is that people do things for the fun of it also. It's not about just taking a shortcut and just knocking it off. So do you think a lot of the youngsters are going to miss out on that? Because see, I write for passion. You write music for passion.
Right.
If you don't do something for passion, how are you going to feed your brain? I mean, on the one hand, you're saying AI is out there to take care of the mundane stuff.
Yeah.
But we are handing over the so-called interesting stuff over to AI.
So I think there's one place where AI can't infiltrate too much is live performances. And that's what I do. I'm constantly traveling and honing and making my craft even better, enhancing it through learning new styles of production. Okay, I also make my own little films on my, on my phone and on iMovie or FCP, just for myself. There's so much to learn because as a musician, I know exactly how the film should speak also, just for myself.
So you are an editor as well.
A bit, part-time editor. And playing live is something where youngsters today, even if they're using AI, try and do it live, because playing live has given me the chance to be unique in my melodies. Otherwise, I would have never been able to like playing a simple run, like, for example, this. I used to play this, and I used it in the HDFC jingle. Branding. So they said, HDFC Bank, that this came from Mr. Aditya Puri himself and the team, and he said, our company are leaders in banking, but we haven't reached there yet because we feel we are always evolving. So we'll always be great, ever evolving, right? And never stopping. So ever evolving, never stopping.
That's a utopian concept.
Yeah, utopian, right? So it should be unfinished. So I said, okay. And they also use it as a 3-second, for transaction done, right? So, right? It's unfinished.
Beautiful.
So it ends there, right? So I use this technique of, which I was playing earlier. So in this form. Right?
Beautiful.
So that's the tune of. So using past knowledge, recent knowledge, AI knowledge, it's all good. Yeah, but I think it's nice to keep a grip on not to be a slave to the current, to anything, And I think it also came in handy when I was doing Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham. And the scene was Shah Rukh is romancing Kajol as a flashback in the pyramids. Remember that scene? That part? I don't know if you remember. There was this scene where Suraj, huwa, madhyam is starting off. And so I came up with this. It's weird. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Well, let's use the electric piano. Okay, so what did you sing? Suraj, right? So before this starts, there was a scene where it flashes all the way to the pyramids. And so I came up with this tune, and Sandesh was very cool. He says, Merlin, aap hi galo. I said, but I'm not Alka Yagnik. I can't sing. And I ran out of breath. But they used it. They used the voice because it was halting, authentic and unfinished, unpolished.
Lovely.
Unpolished. So can I sing it for you, roughly?
Yes.
And then it goes to
beautiful.
Hey, hi. You want to sing with me? क्यों बिगड़ने लगा
गमी चलने लगी
Isn't that cool?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And that's the basic theme, like I said. So I think that helped me also with branding. It comes to me like
naturally.
this. It just comes in naturally. And classical music helps you with that. Because it trains you with exercises, with different permutations and combinations. You have Bach, who was a mathematician. You have Beethoven, who was a romantic, right? Then you have Haydn, you have Chopin, who also composed nocturnes, you know, and romantic night melodies. Then you have Tchaikovsky, who helped people fight the wars against the Tsars, you know. So there's so much that it trains you to have colors in your head. So for me, it's all color in my head. It's almost, I picture notes as color.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so, and then I don't even need this. I can compose without a keyboard. And the tune can come to me even
in your head.
In the head. And I quickly put it down, you know, on a phone.
And you work with notations?
Yes. I score music. We recently did a wedding in Udaipur, was it? Yeah, Udaipur. And we had close from 25 to 30 musicians.
Wow.
So I had to score for first violin, second violin, horn section, alto section, the tenor sax, the soprano sax, the trumpet, the cellos,
the harp. How much time
harp.
does it take for something like that?
So it takes at least 3 to 4 hours a song.
But 3 to 4 hours is not bad. You're fast then.
It's fast, but I sometimes use also technology.
Right.
So if I'm on the laptop and I play the melody, the score kind of comes out, right? So then I correct it, and then that's quick, as opposed to physically writing it. So that is good.
And do you use the vocoder for singers ever?
Yes.
Would you want to reveal some secrets and tell us which are the singers who use the vocoder and autotuner?
I think more the junior ones who started, who start off, but that everyone uses that, the vocoder.
But are you also inclined to use the vocoder? I know some musicians who prefer to use the autotuner they bring in a bit of funk and stuff, like you'll have a Yoyoma Singh bringing a autotuner and everything.
Yes, melodyning and stuff
Melodyne
like that
has been on for quite some time on software itself.
Yes, so I would use vocal softwares and plugins to enhance a particular song. Everyone does it. All the recent pop singers do it.
But then there's also this feel that you get when it's slightly. Somebody had said that Mukesh, the great Mukesh, when his song lands in a particular way, if you had ever used an autotuner on that, you would never get Mukesh. And that's the same with Rafi, I would say, because there is always that one above or one slightly below that it would land.
Correct.
Kishore, for that matter.
Yes.
I mean, Kishore Kumar was brilliant, absolutely.
Yes.
And which of the singers do you admire a lot?
From here,
From
now?
our time, old times, new, whoever.
Yeah, my classic would be Freddie Mercury.
Oh my.
Yeah, because he could do anything with his vocal chops and classically trained. So as a vocalist, yes, he stands out as my all-time favorite. And in the jazz, Ella Fitzgerald.
Wow.
Yeah, because she could sing anything under the sun. Pop, blues, jazz, all of it.
Voice.
Extremely powerful. Lots of singers.
And what about Hindi songs? Any Hindi singers?
Of course, Rafi Saib and Kishore. I loved Kishore because he was a chameleon.
Yes.
He could do anything.
What a range, you know.
What a range. And right now there are lots of artists. Lots great artists. I love Jaan, Arijit, and they're all of them. Sunidhi. I mean, they're so versatile.
Very true.
Yeah. So, so I've worked with Sunidhi a bit when we were doing.
Worked a lot with Hamsika as well.
Hamsika. Yeah. She's my nightingale, I think.
She sang a song for me. We created a song for an industrialist's daughter.
Okay.
And she sang the song which was about, what was it? Something Chanda ke rath pe aayi wo aayi something.
Nice.
And it was a baby born. So I think it was about how the baby arrived in the middle of the night.
Doesn't her texture tell a story?
Her texture is amazing.
He's amazing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're working together also. We're forming another band together right now as we speak. With Vivian Pocha.
That's the one which you are calling HMV.
Rewind with HMV.
What was your first band, Merlin?
My first band was, I was 14. Don't laugh at the name, okay? It's called, I was punning even then, Beethoven's. B-E-A-T
Okay.
O-V-E-N-S.
As Beethoven's.
Beethoven's.
So there's an oven in there as well.
Beethoven's, that was my first band.
Lovely.
And if I had to pick a fun incident, I think it was when I was about 15 and a half or so. We did our first Wild Acres concert.
Oh my.
Way back in late 70s or, and Wild Acres, this area in Borivali was called Wild Acres because it was wild in IC Colony. And there were great bands, Ultimatum, there was Dinsha Sanjana, Ranji, just name it, everyone was there. And we were the only pop band selected.
Okay.
So I said, guys, we can't go playing pop songs, we have to do a rock song. So they relented and we did Uriah Heep, a song from Uriah Heep. And I remember my mother cut the magazine, it came on a magazine, and I remember we were playing Daddy Cool. So
God.
I said, Daddy Cool. So the band leader then says, we got to do these pop songs.
Can you
and
do a Daddy Cool version?
Oh, I can't remember.
Daddy Cool used to play in cars going by, All the gujus in my college used to play Daddy Cool.
Right? Daddy, and whilst he was playing it,
there was a Hindi movie takeoff on it also.
Yes, everyone.
Another
Another podcast for who copied from whom, or who got inspired by whom, okay?
We should.
And I remember whilst I was playing this, suddenly one mango came hurling at me, raw mangoes, because all the trees were very low lying. And
so somebody threw a mango at you.
Said, what are you all playing? And they so I was ducking.
And continuing to play.
And I was playing that way. And then finally I said, come on, now it's time to do Sweet Lorraine, Uriah Heep. And then I remember the article said, the band Beethoven's was slightly better than the incoherent stoned crowd. However, the redeeming feature was the lady at the organ. Pity the crowd didn't give her a chance, because soon after the mangoes kept hurling later, we had to exit the stage.
But that happens, no? In your early years, people probably don't realize what your capabilities are. How did you tackle that? You just kept going.
I mean, it was fun because the brickbats had to be taken by the band leader then. So, but I think it was a great experience. It taught me that know your audience well. You have to know your audience, who you're performing for. So that lesson has stood me good. And now when I perform for corporate audiences, or for a shadi, or for just a listening pleasure, for a concert, I pick my music correctly.
You remember any crazy memory like this one that you said? Is there anything that you remember from way back, or any time in your life that was completely whacked out?
Whacked out, I think this was the wackiest because of the mangoes hurling, and I must try to let me try and recall.
You also go around collecting a lot of musical instruments. You carry one small little thing in your purse.
Folding keyboard. Somewhere around.
Yeah, the folding keyboard. Where did the folding keyboard go? Let's just check your folding keyboard. There it is.
And also playing. Where did I play? I've played in a lot of great places, Ravi. So great, exciting places. I recently played at the Budapest Castle.
Okay.
Where I created the tune and the branding for the Varmala walk.
Oh my.
So
at the Budapest Castle.
So they booked a castle and they booked a church. And the bride walked and did her Varmala walk.
Yeah. There's your...
Thanks, Shiva. Oh my. And this is another great moment.
What are these things?
So this is a mini keyboard. When I attach it to my laptop, I can compose on the fly. So I'm composing. I was recently in New York, so this was on my lap, and the laptop was on the bench here. Connected the wires, and it can change octaves. So I can,
and it seems to have faders also up there.
Faders too, yes, and notepads for the drum.
Nice.
And so on the fly, on a plane, anywhere.
Wow.
So I never stop composing. So
amazing.
This is cool.
And that's your folding keyboard.
This is sometimes I don't have to carry anything, and my friends and family say, please don't bring any keyboards with you, no instruments. So I quietly sneak this. And then voila! Ta-da-da, ta-da-da-da.
Wow. This is beautiful.
Yeah, is that cool?
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So you keep it on a flat surface, and then it generates a sound. Like just has
my son, who is autistic and non-verbal, he used to play a piano and go and play a piano at somebody's house at Bandra. In fact, he's a sort. We were looking for a keyboard that would be synthetic material. So he used to pluck the keys off.
Oh.
So this would have been
You know
something
what?
ideal.
You can keep this with you for some time. Happily, let's see if he likes
Check it.
Yeah, check it out. And I can come and show him how to use it.
I think I should introduce you to people who could possibly, because there are a lot of young people and people who want to get into music.
Yes.
And if you've worked with people on the autism spectrum,
Yes, I have.
so they can connect on a different level to music. So have you done any work with people for a social cause, Merlin? I'm sure you have. How does that?
Yes, a lot. In fact, I have Nicola, another friend of mine, we have an NGO called India's Daughters.
Yeah.
And this happened soon after the Delhi incident.
Right.
And so I wrote a song for the band. I have a band called Indiva, where we sing in 13 to 14 languages.
Wow.
Tamil, Kannada, Sufi, Bhojpuri, Marathi, Hindi, just name it. What am I missing? Which other language?
Kannada, Telugu,
Malayalam. Then?
all the Indian,
All Bengali.
Oriya, Bengali, Assamese.
Yeah. And so I wrote this song called Suno. Suno, listen to my heart. And it was beautifully sung by Hamsika and Vivian and Shruti. And it got released, and that was nominated for Inspirational Award and by the G20. So the UN sweated off the song and said, it doesn't hurt any sentiment,
Right.
no religious sentiment, you can use the song. So I performed it at the G20 of ladies in the music, in the arts, yeah.
So now when you look forward, I mean, what do you think we could possibly do? How could you, like,
I think mental wellness
would be-
is really important right now, because thanks to the onslaught of media in different forms, kids are not being acoustic and organic. So they're so digitalized, right? And I think it can affect your mental wellness, because you tend to rate yourself by your Insta peers.
Right.
And so I think mental wellness, I've done something for mental wellness too, I think is the need of the hour. If we can handle that, I think that would be great. And if I can do my bit through music, I would love to do that. If there's an opportunity, please tell me, Ravi, I would do it.
We have, in fact, a young girl who has written a poem for you, by the way.
Oh.
And I want to play that out for you. And take a look at it.
Okay.
She's recited it for you.
Yeah.
All the little things that you've done across the years. She's made a lovely poem for you. And let's see that.
Okay.
Started at 4, tiny hands on keys, feet off the ground in the city of dreams. Bandra girl stepping in a man's world, roots through the classic, jazz in blood. All India radio, 9 years young, the world heard fire from a child's tongue. Melody cacophony, they all come and form. It's just the chaos reshaping any norm. Theatre pits where the curtains rise, grows a director with fearless eyes. You are my Sonia to the Broadway sound, Bombay boys when the groove spun around. From Prince of Egypt to Lion King's heir, Mumbai Meri Jaan was carried everywhere. The female Rahman stood bold yet tall. She didn't shatter the glass, she tuned the wall. First woman to make the Taj resound in tone, Blue Note New York claimed her throne. Never chased the spotlight, she designed the glow. Not just tunes, but her vision does flow. When the final note lingers, steady yet slow, it's not her keys, it's her soul inside the echo.
And there's a name to this young lady?
Yes. She's sitting right here. There. Shubho.
Shubho, wow.
Yes.
Shobit.
Yeah. Merlin, I have a rapid fire round for you.
Be kind to me.
Yes. But this is a fun round. So there are these Gen Z terms.
Okay.
You're quite clued into
Okay.
Gen Zs, no? So, what is a pookie? Think fast.
No.
What do you think it could be? Cute.
Cute.
Okay. What is slay?
That?
Yeah. Sort of, you would slay it.
Slay it.
So bang on.
Bang on. Yeah.
Okay. Then what is delulu?
Delulu, I've heard of this. Tell me. Something delirious?
Delusional.
Delusional.
But in a playful way.
Okay.
Okay. What is soft launch? I'm sure you've done a lot of soft
Soft
launches.
launch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
A soft launch.
soft launch.
So like a subtly revealing.
Circuit. Okay. Oh.
I think the Gen Z is very obsessed with soft launches. these
Soft
days.
launches. Okay.
Then what is low key?
Low key.
Happened in our times too.
Yeah. That's a low key.
Okay. Where they are concerned a little
Good one.
secretly, apparently.
Okay.
And what if I say you are cooked? What do you think?
I am cooked. I'm done for.
Roasted.
Roasted. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are a baddie.
I'm a goodie.
Huh.
Right?
Yes.
Does
If you're a
baddie
baddie,
mean
you're a
goodie?
goodie. Yes.
I'm a goodie. There. you go.
Yeah. So you're
I'm
almost
okay.
there.
I'm
You're
okay.
okay. You're better than me. I didn't get any of these anyway. So we had a great time, Merlin. I want to give you. Hey, where is the gift? Get us a gift.
I'm getting a gift.
Yes.
When is my next podcast?
Yeah, until next podcast, we can move on with the next one as soon as you get those folks you mentioned you'll come on with.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm so happy for being on Talkaholics.
Yes. The On Air with Ravi IR. So that is here. These
Can I say this?
Yes.
I'll keep this here, guys.
Yeah.
Can I do this?
Yes.
And it was fun being with you, Ravi. We help you walk the talk.
Thank you.
Talkaholics.
So good.
See?
Okay, that drop.
On that note.
Okay, this is something that a special needs person has made. And
this is
she's a
beautiful.
singer as well. I need to introduce you to her. Ananya, her name is. She's a very sweet singer, very soft spoken. And then this is made by the children at Kshitij.
Oh, beautiful. Oh,
And then we have a
it's
mug.
like a peacock.
Yes, it's like a peacock. It's a
Beautiful.
candle.
Yeah.
And then this is the little tray on which you can keep this and take it around.
I love both.
You liked it?
Yeah. You lit up my life.
Yes.
And my ashes will go in this.
So we've had a great time, and all you viewers who've been supporting us, you saw the first podcast, and everybody, Merlin, has been asking me, who's your second guest? And then I had to up it. So here we had Merlin, we had a great time.
Same here.
So please write into us, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to reach out, you want to have some fun, you want to create some songs, maybe you can come on board and we could hang out. And I think, Merlin, you're planning on hanging out for something special. You have somebody in mind.
Yes, that's another secret.
Huh?
Yes.
So
Good things come to those who wait.
Okay.
So wait.
So very soon we are going to be back with Merlin, and we are going to add a little more fun, hopefully soon. Hang on, wait with us, and stay tuned.